Hey chat, I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, happy Wednesday everybody. We're gonna get started with some melee corruptions here in a few minutes. We've corrupted melee in the past, and our previous corruption was a little lackluster. So I'm hoping to revisit it, and it's gonna be a little bit of a painstaking stream. But hopefully we can find some joy in it, have a little bit of a good time, and we'll find some good corruptions. Hopefully you're enjoying the background music. I thought it was kind of fitting for a corruption stream. It's called I Am the Kid You Know What I Mean. I Am the Kid You Know What I Mean by Run. And it's all one word, no spaces. Either way, not a bad song. But I'll be right back in just about a moment. I'm just gonna grab some tonic, and I'll be right here. It's definitely got that creepy kind of vibe to it, you know? Something that you're gonna find in corruptions. Hope everyone's doing well. I think I said that already, but hope you're doing well times two. Let's get the game started here. We're gonna knock the music all the way back down to 0. And once again, I'm coming straight from work. I watched a little bit of Sky Coasterman's stream, which was a lot of fun. He was playing a little bit of Communist Mario, which I may want to corrupt on stream or just play on stream because it was a lot of fun to watch. It was a ROM hack, which was pretty neat. I think I still have who it was made by. Nope, I threw away the text file. Never mind. I only have the patcher. But let's go ahead and pull up the game, but we gotta restart the game, not where one of my corruptions are. And we're gonna begin corrupting melee. So we gotta find a place to corrupt to start off with. We have many options available to us. I know it's not showing up there. The first option, of course, is right here if we choose to do this place. So let's go ahead and do that moment right there where we see Mario. Alright, I get my windows in order, so give me just a moment here. But I'm going to target that exact save state within my glitch harvester, which is all the windows that are above me here, and you see some of my preliminary testing within the stash history. And we're going to try corrupting here, however I don't think it will corrupt too well, just because it's a pre-rendered video. But we might get something out of it, like this for example. We get a very tiny window in the center. It almost looks like there's a font or some words at the bottom left there. Sounds like a bit of audio corruption as well. Got something there. Nintendo's All-Star In. Ah, that's not bad. We're skipping a beat. Let's let that roll out for a sec. Also, I apologize if that's a little too loud. Let me bring that down a notch. Not bad. We can re-roll that. Maybe get an eighth of a beat, or a fourth of a beat. Or maybe not. But again, not too many different corruptions from this intro scene. For the most part, we're either corrupting how the video is being rendered, or the music that's going on in the background. Not the actual characters that we're seeing on screen, because that's all pre-rendered in someone else's computer when they're making the models. So we won't corrupt here. I'm gonna load a save state just so we can continue along. We can skip the cinematic. I'm sure everyone's seen the cinematic. Go check it out if you haven't though. I would like to give this menu a corruption, because I haven't actually tried this out yet. Out of all my corruption streams, even during my preliminary, I don't know if this corrupts well, of which I only have no audio for it, so it might be a little lackluster. But let me put a save state there real quick. Out of my own morbid curiosity, I'm kind of curious what will happen. So we're gonna blast that a couple times. That's kind of cool. What is that originally? That's the start. Text is being stretched up like a big cone. Which kind of makes sense because it's kind of surrounding a cone. That's how it's rotating, I imagine. Or it's some kind of either cylindrical or cone-like object it's rotating on. This one's a super dark Super Smash Bros. Melee. Super loud sound. I do caution anyone for this stream if you're sensitive to flashing lights or loud sounds, like the one we just got there. You may need to remove yourself from the stream just because we get a lot of that. My god! It kept getting worse! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I wear one headphone, not two. Did I mute your guys' audio? Yes, I did. It's still going. Let's actually, I'm gonna mute your guys' audio. Let's take a quick look at this scene here. Even out of my preliminary testing, I've never got something that looks that good. Look at Donkey Kong and his gigantic hands! And that fist, he's ready to punch. Oh, is he ready to punch? He's ready to just beat someone down. Anyways, I apologize, we're gonna return to the terrible audio. There it is. So luckily for us, we do have a newer version of the Windows Glitch Harvester, which is the windows that are around me, which we can corrupt larger data sizes than before. There are certain improvements made by the RTC dev kit community that made this process a lot faster, so we don't have to rely on, you know, maybe spending a minute for some of these corruptions. We can do them right off the bat, which is awesome. Let's do a couple more while we're here. I like that nice sound, like it's supposed to sound very smooth and very nice, pleasant on the ears. And this one is just deafening. It hurts your ears. We get a super up-close Ashbra melee. There's more flashing lights. If you're a fan of the maroon, I'm a fan of the navy. That's kind of a cool scene too, instead of the rotating cylindrical objects in the background, or hexagonal objects, whatever they are. Get nice lines going down. And Super Smash Bros. Crossed out. We get a T-posing Donkey Kong, along with Fox and Ness all freaking out. Very quiet Super Smash Bros. You might not even have heard that. There's a bit of text, interestingly enough, in the background. What is that? They're numbers, it looks like. They're all standing on the void. What are those numbers? Can't quite read them. Or no, they're words. I can actually, like, literally turn my head because I have no other way of flipping the screen around. Don't know what that is. Kinda neat we put words there, though, whatever the words are. Mortal Wombat, how's it going? TechSupportSparky Franker Face. Oh, okay, I was like, how did you get that emote? I forgot I even had Franker Face emotes. I don't use them too often. But I hope you're doing well tonight, Mr. Wombat. Mr. Wombat. We're doing a little bit of melee today. We're getting a lot of quiet corruptions. We're gonna do in-game in just a minute. I was kind of curious what would happen on the title screen because we haven't seen a lot of the title screen being corrupted. And we're actually getting some pretty good results. Like this one you get like a sundial kind of thing going on that title screen. You doing okay? Just okay? Shoot. Well, hopefully that okay turns into a very good within the next 24 hours. Your back hurts? Damn, that sucks. Are you around my age? Because God, that must suck to have your back start hurting around this age. Hopefully it's nothing, you know, permanent. It's like a temporary problem going on. That's kind of a pretty blue waterfall effect. Lots of quiet audio. We're not getting the deafening one anymore. You get a prediction at... Well, I guess they had the Smash Ball in this one too, so I was gonna say Smash Ball was there. No, I was probably just looking wrong. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I don't know like any medical conditions for anyone, so I didn't want to like assume that maybe you had preconditioning back problems, so I was hoping not. Yeah, lifting wrong will do it. And also not stretching. But God, I go to the gym so often. I run 2 miles every other day, I would say. This week I've been a little lazy. But I always am so bad at stretching out my legs and stretching out my ankles, and I kill my ankles running every day. It's the worst. Oh, we got a hard crash. Gotta restart that up. Where's my window? There it is. Oh no, I readjusted Dolphin. Shoot, now it's gonna look all small on the screen. That looks right. 2 miles a day is pretty good. Yeah, it's not amazing, but I mean, it's enough like I can get the exercise out and then just leave the gym and not have to worry about it for the rest of the day. I've been neglecting cardio to lift more. Yeah, I gotta lift more. I only do legs. My arms are weak as all can be. I should definitely do a little bit more arms, personally. Alright, enough messing around with the title screen. Let's continue along and select some characters. Mortal Wombat, if you happen to have played Melee, what's your favorite character? We'll go and put them in there and add them to our corruptions. I'm gonna pick Kirby as mine because I'm a Kirby main throughout all the games. And then, my titles are escaping me. This is Melee, then there's Brawl, then there's Ultimate. Ultimate, I love the Kirby in Ultimate. So we're gonna go versus mode, Melee! There it is. In fact, I want to corrupt that voice. But yeah, let me know if you have a favorite character for Melee. You mained Roy. Do we have Roy? We don't have Roy. Do you like any of these main cast characters? Because I'm a basic bitch. There's nothing wrong with liking Roy. I had a buddy who was super good at Roy. I was just never a sword fighter, personally. In Brawl, I mained Wolf. I don't like Wolf at all in Ultimate. Falcon? We got Falcon, don't worry about that. Oh, wait. Maybe not. I'm sorry! Would Fox be okay? Would you like Pepsi instead of Coke? I want to corrupt him saying Melee, so I'm going to do that. There we go. Meh! Fox is good? Perfect, okay, cool. Oh, we're corrupting some of the stuff up top, too. That's kind of neat looking. Fox is really similar. Oh, my ears. Fox is pretty similar to Falcor. Yeah, their movesets are extremely similar. You got that. And they're both cocky, so you know. They got the same quips. These HUD corruptions are not bad. In fact, they're doing a little bit better than some of our in-game corruptions. Nope, nope. That one's not good though. That one's just bad. Oh! We also have free camera unlock, so we can happen to do this little thing. So in case you didn't ever see a boundary break here, let's just take a good look at what that actually looks like. Wow, this game seems more broken than the wrestling game. Yeah, you got that right. Because the wrestling game, you can really only corrupt the models, not so much of the other stuff. So you can see behind the menu, they get like that nice kind of hidden press start effect back there. If you actually go back there, it's literally the text press start. Let's go over here. That's why I like Dolphin. I love Dolphin gives you a free cam, and it's gonna help you for some of our corruptions, because this corruption stream might be a little grueling to get through some of the individual corruptions once we get to the body ones, because a lot of them are kind of generic. But being able to zoom on them specifically and like maybe take a screenshot and really talk about it, I think that would be the interesting part. So that's why free cam's gonna help us out a lot. Anyway, also I'm curious what happens when you do that. Oh, all right. Okay, so we're gonna do. I'm gonna be Kirby. I want Fox. How about that? Auto-selected. How do you feel about Melee getting kicked out of Evo? Melee got kicked out of Evo? I did not know that. I feel that's... What is Evo officially? I gotta get an official name for it. That's too bad that they got kicked out. Yeah, it won't be at Evo 2019. I can't tell if this light is good or not. I'm gonna knock this down so I'm not blinded. Because, you know, it's always been like a main line. Like, even if they just like don't make it a priority, like give them a small section, you know? They didn't even pick it as one of the 8 games. Yeah, I see the 8 games here, like BlazBlue, Dragon Ball, Mortal Kombat, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur, 6, Street Fighter 5, and then Smash Ultimate. I guess they just wanna, like, they don't want 2 Smash games, so they gotta choose the more recent one. Like, I get their decision there. It's an unfortunate decision, I totally agree. And I think while I'd like to have both Smash games available, I don't think they would do that, because then a lot of people would argue, why can't we have a Soul Calibur 5 and a Soul Calibur 6, or why can't we have a Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, you know, you get into that territory of, like, if they can have 2 main series titles, why can't we? Yeah, DOA didn't get in either because of titty physics. Oh, really? Huh. Really? I feel like if anything, that wouldn't be such a problem, but oh, gotta be PC. I understand, I mean, Melee is old now. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty old now. You got that right. I mean, when did they come out? Melee. Release dates. 2001, so it's... Oh, wow. 19 years old now. That's the actual reason, yeah. So yeah, it's 19 years old. There's diehard fans, and there was going to be diehard fans, whether they're featured or not. I would hope so. I hope this wouldn't deter people from playing it anymore. Although it might, to be honest. Like, it's not going to be at Evo anymore, so why even bother practicing it? Why not move on to Smash Ultimate? Which would be an unfortunate thing to hear. But I hope at least in one way or another, the Smash Melee players are still able to play their game in a tournament setting. Alright, let's grab 2 other characters. We're gonna do... add CPU. We're gonna do Peach, because she's a human, and you have like a human-looking person. And I kinda wanna mess with Link. Although we should get like a beefy character. Actually, you know what? Ness. Ness would be a good character. Put the same game for 19 years, and now they can't handle living off it anymore. Or wait, they can't make a living off it anymore. I know, exactly. Like, they really might have played it throughout that entire 19-year period. And, quite honestly, would be reasonably pissed. You want Donkey Kong? Let's do Donkey Kong. We have 2 humans, Peach or Ness. Peach or Ness. What's not? Maybe corrupting a kid isn't the best idea. Let's go for Donkey Kong. During my preliminary, I had 3 Donkey Kongs, all level 10, just smacking down my pink little Kirby. And now we get to choose a world. So when I did my preliminary, I tried Temple, and I was gonna do Temple, but it's a little too big for the corruption, and I want to try to get the camera on all of them. So we need to choose sort of a smaller area. I was going with Green Dreamlands, I mean, sorry, from Dreamland, Kirby Dreamland. Man, English. We could also do Peach's Castle, that's kind of small. Pokemon Stadium's kind of big. We don't want any of the scrolling worlds, so we can't like do Kingdom or what's this called? Glacier Mountain? Icicle Mountain. I forget the names. So Jungle Japes. We can get the water physics in Jungle Japes. So that's kind of neat if we go for that. Do you have any suggestions if you want to see anything? Otherwise, I think I'm gonna go for Greenlands. Great Bay might not be bad either. Yoshi's Story. Also Fountain of Dreams. What about Yoshi's Story? I want something going on in the background. There's not a whole lot, if I remember, in Yoshi's Story background. Here, let's do like a overrushing safe state, and we'll come back to a couple of them, because we won't be making a stockpile anyways, so we can go to a couple of them. So let's start off with Yoshi's Story. Then we'll maybe to Dreamlands, Green Lands, and stuff like that. No, don't you do it. Green has like the events, which I remember. We'd have to save during one of those events. Okay, well there's our first state that we're saving in. And the way that we're going to do this corruption stream is we're just going to blast it with a very large corruption once. And then take a look at the aftermath. If it runs. So this one runs, but actually no, it doesn't run. It freezes up. Although I do like Donkey Kong and Peach looking at the river of blood surrounded by... What are these guys' names? Oh, I forgot them. Shy Guys. I don't know if the Flying Shy Guys have a special name. Okay, that's... Also, we saw a bit of Kirby there. Perhaps a little too large. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Get a little bit of Donkey Kong. Just gonna save that, why not? A little bit of Donkey Kong's icon. Also the audio, very nice, a little slowed down, a little jazzy if you will. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. This isn't playable, but it looks god-awful. Okay. I'll be more reasonable with the intensity. We are playing with a lot more fire than we were previously. So this one does run, however we have too much just going on the screen to even get an indication of what's going on because of all the stretchiness and the... Oh! No, we can take a sneak inside. We have a flattened Kirby. Just flattened like a pancake. You can kind of see his face somewhere in there. What else we got? I don't know what this blob is. I see a hand there. That must be Fox's hand. But I don't know what this, like... This object is here, this little snake-like object. Is that an arm? Is that hair? There's a fox leg. Fox McCloud leg. His amputated legs. Alright, let's move on. We're gonna try... I'm gonna bring out the starting address some more. Ah, this one actually fully runs. That's another freeze. I'm gonna run my fresh save state. I just want to make sure it still ran. Ah, that's a really cool one. Okay, we're gonna pause it. Unfortunately, the pause menu is transported elsewhere. When we pause, the camera location shifts to somewhere else. Can we move our free camera around? We cannot, so the free camera is ineffectual here. So we have to work with what we got. We have to try to move the free camera around before it breaks, and that's gonna be tricky. The world is upside down, and our free camera is being pushed around like crazy. I'm not controlling it like this, I'm just trying to keep an eye on the action. But they're seeming to have a good old time. Fox's arms got sucked out of his awning and stretch out into the vacuum of space. That's actually a pretty good description there. His legs can't do that because of the amputated legs, because of that blood loss. But at least his arms, like he should have amputated the arms too. Would have been so much better. It finally crashed, the abomination has come to an end. Their insufferable suffering has come to an end as well. Here you see Rapunzel's hair. And Fox carrying Kirby's feet around? I don't know. He's just a... Those are two snake Kirbys coming out of shoes. Actually, that's pretty awesome. Look at that. Little snakes coming out of the shoes. Kirby is a literal god and does not get corrupted. Never mind. He tries. I was gonna say, he had a key pinnacle role in Ultimate, but in Brawl, he was everyone's bitch. Okay, this one runs not better. Ah, this one? Possibly, possibly. Kirby has... What is that? Is that a hole going through him? I think it's supposed to be his mouth, but it's like too geometric. Like, that's a cone. I never played Brawl because Wii U was... Wait. Flat Boy, I know, right? He's a little flattened. You can also see through the back of him. I think he's inside out, actually. So this is what it looks like from the inside of his mouth, in case... By the way, in case you ever get swallowed up by Kirby, let me just give you a little tour of what that looks like. You slowly get closer. Actually, you go inside, and you look out. That's the little opening that you came in from, which sounds terrible. And it goes on forever, exactly. You just keep falling down the endless pit that is his body until his stomach acids destroy you and suck out whatever soul or life essence you have so he can become part of you. Today I learned Kirby is a black hole. Kirby is a black hole and horrifying. But anyways, there's the inside out Kirby. You can see the back of him there and see his eyes and all that kind of stuff. Fox looks especially horrified at this. Kirby is a monster. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And how are these guys doing? Donkey Kong also looks very concerned. How's Peach doing? Peach, alright? Where's your face? Is your face even... Ah, there it is. She's okay too for the most part. No real corrupted appendages, just a messed up dress. Fox is getting some Leah. Oh, that's a Fox. That's a Star Fox reference. He's getting some flashbacks from seeing inside of Kirby. Yes, he is. That's the 1,000-yard stare, if I've ever seen one. And we're gonna move on. Alright, Peach. Where'd she get that hammer from? That was not on the level. She just got a hammer out of nowhere. Okay, let's take a good look, see if we got anything interesting here. There's something wrong with this picture right here. Something ain't right. Can you put your finger on what it is? I'll put my finger on it. It's right there. That music's not gonna stop either, I'm sorry. No, but that eye is glorious. Peach by Salvador Dali. Get that whole melted face. Here, we'll take a good old screenshot of that as well. That's not a bad emote idea, actually. Or like a subscriber emote or something like that. And let's take a look around at these guys. I don't know... No, they're carrying a curry. They're all okay for the most part. Where did Donkey Kong go? Oh, he was falling off the edge. Fox is gone. You alright, Donkey Kong? Your face is okay? Yeah, he's okay too. They're alright. We're gonna move our starting address all the way towards the beginning, which is a little unsafe, but we can give it a try. It may be crash heavy as we see, but we just may get some interesting results. Like creepy, slendy Fox hovering over Kirby. Kirby's... What is that smile? That is nothing. Go hanging out, I gotta go see Sparky. No worries at all, Mortal Wombat, I'll catch you later. Hope you have a good one. What is that smile? Oh my god. That's when you have the smirk to end all smirks. You're just super happy about something. Like, you got a friend to hang out with you or something, or you're gonna go buy some ice cream and you're really happy about it. Techo, no, exactly. Now that is gonna make it into an emote. I'm gonna put all of these into odd brew. God. That's all this is at the moment, just an emote stream. Oh no, what happened to Fox's nose? He's got no nose. And his, again, he looks horrifying. I wonder if is that part of his gun? I think it is. And it ain't a good gun either. For the most part, Donkey Kong has been uncorrupted. His fingers are a little crazy. A little crazy Kong. But not too bad. And Peach is, I believe, nowhere to be found. Yeah. Ah, there she is. She came out of the darkness. I burned her, so that's why she's like that. I don't know why the camera's rotating. There we go. She is okay, actually, for the most part. Kirby's face is still a little tiny bit corrupted. Donkey Kong is ready to get in there. Alright, let's continue along. Brand new, fresh corruption from the top. Can we see your face? What's going on with your face, Peach? I think she's okay. Yeah. Just a little horrified, but that's alright. Kirby's mouth, once again, is kind of messed up. It's only when we move around he gets, like, sliced into pieces. Fox is hyper-focused. And Donkey Kong has become the sky itself. How's his face doing, though? He's got a little bit of a corruption going on with his cheek, a little bit of a hole. But otherwise, he's, for the most part, okay. I'm gonna move my value list to be extended plus, hopefully corrupt a little bit more of that face if possible. I'm gonna blast the target now. Actually, that seems to have been doing less than before, but alright. We have a corrupted tail, I think, unless that's what his tail normally looks like. Kirby's okay. The Kong is alright. Peach doesn't really have a face. I don't know what's going on here. Is it hidden in there somewhere? Yeah, it's in there. She's being consumed. I'm gonna bump up the intensity. Well, that was a bad idea. We're not gonna bump up the intensity. Here we see father and son. You can slightly see Fox's hand grasping Kirby just a little bit. He's just a little bit happy about this interaction. That smile says wonders. And let's take a look at this duo over here. Kong is very corrupted at this point, however, nothing that we can screenshot, nothing we get a good look at, unfortunately. And Peach is, once again, nowhere to be seen. Peach is okay. Fox is missing an eye. He's become wolf. At least for the eye patch. And Kirby's alright. What's corrupt? Excuse me, at 0 exactly. Ah! We get some actually, like, glitchy corruptions going on. Not bad. That one doesn't load completely, it crashes after a few seconds, but I do want to take a pause if I can. Move around here. That is one very happy Kong. I think Wasabi might actually like that one, so we're gonna take a screenshot of that. Look how happy he is. Happy Kong. Now that might make me a little uncomfortable. You know what? I feel like I should grab water and just leave this up for a few minutes. Take a good look at that one. Oh, actually, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a screenshot of that and we're gonna put it at the top left corner. What is that called? My window. There it is. And we're gonna pop this up there. There we go. Now we have a little mini version. And in case anyone drops by, they have a good idea of what we do on these streams. That is what we do on these streams. And can we find Princess Peach? Also, he has like some meaty hands right now. The regular mouth is still down there. It's just a little stretched out and not quite correct. Peach just keeps disappearing. I think she dies right away. That's probably why we don't see her. Or she flickers in and out of reality, perhaps. She's there. She's by Donkey Kong. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna move on from this one. Oh, actually, Kirby became something interesting. After a few moments. There we go. Had to get punched by Fox first, but Kirby became a perfect perfect cylindrical disc. One that could rival even the masters in drawing circles. That's about it for that one. This one we get a bunch of big characters. No point in looking and zooming up on them, we can just kind of mess around, and that's about the extent of this one. Yeah, big tall characters. You've seen big mode already, so something similar, just they're stretched upwards instead of upwards and outwards. This one, if we can pause it, we look like we get a good couple corruptions here. We get a face corruption stretching out into infinity. Get a very small smirk, not something I'm gonna keep with Kirby there. Something interesting is going on here with Fox. So not only is his face completely flattened to a pancake, but also his chin is being stretched out like a seagull's gull, and it's just being brought to the floor, which is very nice. Peach, you can see through the dress, and what else? Anything else? Nope. What about Donkey Kong? Who's gone again? Can we find him? There he is. Coming into existence. Hi, Donkey Kong. What's going on with you? Other than exploding into existence. We're gonna blast target again. Keep moving. The cameras... Let's keep rolling? Does Kirby keep rising? He does! But unfortunately, it looks like it crashes. Well, no, it's okay there. So Kirby's extremely high. Let's get a good look at how high he is by going up to him and just taking a peek down. It's a pretty full drop, Kirby. Even Fox is kind of like, what are you doing, Kirby? What are you doing? Let's go take a good look at Fox. And orient myself. Yeah, he's a confused guy. Even his eye itself cannot comprehend what is going on with Kirby, so it's melting backwards. Quite the sight to see. Peach's face is okay. Back of her hair is a little questionable. Donkey Kong's head is put on backwards. I think. He's just a amalgamation of pieces formed together to make the Kong. I don't actually know what he's supposed to be doing. Maybe he's falling over. Maybe that's why it looks like it. I tried pausing it again. No, it looks like he froze up. Good job, Kirby. You murdered yourself. The place just got hit by a tsunami. Everyone is murdered within the 3-mile radius. Can we pause? Yeah. Bulbasaur's a little messed up. His head isn't quite appearing. I actually wish we got more Pokemon on the stage. That'd be kind of cool. Where's Peach's face? It's kind of up here. It's down below. Nah, she's okay. God. Yeah, let's move on. Oh, I paused the wrong way. Fox is becoming lightning to attack Kirby. I like Kirby's eye in this case. It's very watery. Got that powerful Donkey Kong punch. Let's increase our intensity again. You can kind of now begin to see, and we're running into the same thing that we did last stream, where a lot of it's a lot similar. We're not really corrupting the level as much, just the characters. And since we have nothing on our stockpile thus far, I don't think we're going to be making a stockpile today, let's go ahead and move on to another world. Because if we do get world corruptions at all, I would like to see them, or I like to keep trying it with different worlds to see if we do get any world corruptions. Next up is Dreamland's Green Greens. That's actually really good timing. We're gonna retarget that within the glitch harvester, clear out our stash history, and hit that one up. Which actually crashed, which is fair. We're corrupting at 0, which we probably shouldn't be doing. A little unsafe. Alright, back to this again. The window looks off. I apologize about that. That keeps happening. Let me load it properly. I was adjusting it earlier today. I think it's just because I keep accidentally resizing it during the stream. There we go. And I'm gonna specifically look out for world corruptions if I can see them. Level corruptions, anything of that sort. That one's not a bad one. I'm gonna lower my value list just to extended instead of extended plus. Everyone just got board wiped. That's kinda cool to see. Other than rotating, can we stop rotating? Yes, we can. Wispy Woods is shocked. Donkey Kong is in a lot of pain. Well, I'm not gonna make this into a emote, I'm just gonna send it to Wasabi out of context. There we go. The fox is alright. It's kind of disorienting because we're at its tilt, so it's hard for me to move the camera around. Let's move on. Alright. Foxes... What's going on with Fox? Eyes are once again gouged out. He's been replaced by a cyborg. We got Cyborg Fox, which he's already kind of cyborg-ish because he has, you know, the cybernetic legs. Those are cybernetic, right? They're not just amputated legs. And he's all high-tech, so he's got the gear. Anyways, we have Man of Science himself attacking poor pink blob man. Got a nice corrupted stage. Look at that underneath. That's an eye trip. Take a look at that pattern. You zoom out. Oh, it's too bad we can't get like a good zoom on it. There we go. And who's our last character? Peach, if we can see her, but she's off screen. Okay, I'm gonna move my starting address out. Once again, I look around and I don't really see any world corruptions, if any at all. So perhaps our starting address is a little bit off. We're gonna go further out. Further out might have been a mistake. I'm amazed with our intensity. Like, our intensity is, I guess by the standards of our previous corruption stream with this game, fairly high, but not all that high, to be honest, in actuality. Once again, board wipe, everyone is murdered. Everyone's sped up, it seems like. Let's get a look at everyone now. Oh, the window. What's going on with that? The world is like destroyed as soon as we pause. Yeah, they all are. Donkey Kong has an awesome expression. Fox's has kind of sad eyes. His eyes are a bit droopy. And Peach is missing an eye. And once again, no world corruptions whatsoever. So we're gonna go further out in our starting address some more. Donkey Kong about to slap a fox, and Peach inside of that fox. Peach looks like she's T-posing of sorts. Or she's just frozen in place with her hands in that position. Yeah, her hands, they're a little broken. They're a little messed up. Is that Kirby? That is Kirby. Fox looks like he's stepping on Kirby's skin as Kirby tried to dash away. And like his skin is left behind. God, does that look painful. I want to take a screenshot of that. God. Put that in Oddbrew. In case you're wondering, I'm taking all these screenshots and I create sort of, I'm not gonna say albums, but like selections from our corruption streams and I put them into a Discord. That Discord is down below for Oddbrew. If you click on just my contact information, you'll be able to access that. That's where I put all these screenshots. And this one I'm gonna call, I think I'm just gonna say exactly what it is. Fox steps on Kirby's skin as he tries to dash away. You won't believe what happens next, no. And moving along. I just had an idea, and I'm wondering... So for my corruption streams, I have this window up here, which is just a basic PNG window or a basic image source. It has to be an image source, never mind. That actually answered my question. I was thinking, what if I did multiple layers, and if I wanted to, like, say, show, for example, what we were doing this corruption stream and what we got so far, and someone popped by and I could do a quick rundown of everything? It'd be cool to be able to do it just through that window, just be like, oh, here's this, and run through them all. But I don't think that's going to be possible simply. We can do a slideshow and have a bunch of images within a folder, but that's just more work throughout each stream to create a whole new directory, put the image into that directory. As opposed to this one, I'm just using one image source, and I'm going to nullify it every single time I want to overwrite it. So, maybe not. It was a cool idea, though. Came to the head, but didn't quite come to fruition. And not much here. Peach's hair is still very messed up, but still remains a model herself. No world corruption still. Everything looks the same for the most part. I'm gonna move my starting address once again. And I feel like at some point we have to be able to corrupt the world, right? Like there's something going on there. Actually, yeah, right there. So we got a star being corrupted on the platform. Such a minimal corruption though. But it looks like we are making progress. Hopefully. No, that's one of the characters, isn't it? Let's see if that goes away. Oh yeah, it might just be a world corruption. Okay. I had my suspicions because when you look through it, and you look into here, the star is still perfectly okay. So, I have my suspicions. Anyways, we're gonna re-corrupt. Peach's face is just so bad. Look, oh my god, you can look. It's kind of like one of those puzzles where you have to move the image around until you find, or you have to move like a bunch of pixels around until you find what the image actually is. It's a screaming Peach. Don't worry, I hope I didn't spoil it for you. It's a screaming Peach because she's in agony. And you rotate around and you're like, oh, what is this? This thing. It just looks like a bunch of colors. No, it's a screaming woman. And she's in pain. Anyway. Fox is loving it. He just absolutely is dying for it. And the other characters are off screen. Kirby's mouth has just been like gouged open. God. What would I call this? I'm gonna send it to Wasabi out of context, but I don't think I'm gonna put that in Oddbrew. Alright. Apologies about that, I'm a slow typer, sadly. Peach, I was hoping to see her face, but it looks like... Where is her face? It's somewhere in this mess. Hard to get a good look at that. And is Donkey Kong alright? He's just having the time of his life, nothing else. Alright, let's move on. Once again, Donkey Kong's body dimensions horrify me. His hand is inside of his mouth, I think. I want to see what he looks like. This is what he looks like normally. This is his idol. His head is inside of his stomach. God. I can't even get a good look at his face. Because all this stuff that's going on. Peach looks okay from this one very highly specific angle, but if you look at any other angle, not so much. I think Kirby's just happy to be here. He looks like a snake. Oh, my dolphin window is slightly off. Let me fix that. No OBS. Stop it. What is it? Oh, okay. I'm unskilled in the OBS art at the moment. Let's get it like that. The mouth is going the wrong direction. Snake curb. Alright, moving along. It crashed! And it crashed with Donkey Kong. Oh, maybe it didn't. But in that face, after Peach slapped him. We can't really get a good eye into anything like that. Too much is going on at once. Ah, we had something there. No, it looked like the background had been corrupted. Kirby has one eye, he's a Cyclops. Good look at Kirby in this one. Looks like he has just a little evil spike on his head. Nothing wrong with that. Lots more like little individual pulleys. We're getting to the point where pieces on the bodies are just being stretched out, which those corruptions usually aren't too interesting unless, I don't know, it's Kirby's mouth that's being corrupted or an appendage or something like that. It looks like we maybe corrupted some of the stars on the world, but I just cannot tell. Not tell in the slightest. I think Donkey Kong is expanding. Expand Dong. Nope. This one's a little slow. There we go. Yeah, he has his expanding moments, that's for sure. There's one, for example. You're right there, Donkey Kong. And how's her face? It's a little... it's a little cut up. A little creepy. She has like little holes in her like nose area and the mouth is like plastic surgery. That is not an okay Peach. Donkey Kong's like, please end my suffering. That's his picture up here. He's like, just make it stop. Peach looks like a goddamn mantis. That's actually a good analogy, or a good comparison. And how are you, Fox? He has a smushed head. They just the G-force just pushed his head down and broke his neck or turned it into liquid. There he is down there. You can get a good look at him. You can kind of see his eye there. Alright, moving along. I worry about going further out from the starting address. Now we actually are getting old corruptions though, so we are corrupting like the Dream Tree. The tree wispy woods. What fox you're evolving? Your fox is evolved into roadkill! That's the ending of their life, that's the last stage itself. That is the true final form. Ooh, Donkey Kong, what is wrong with your face? What is that mallet? That disgusting tumor of a head? How about you, Peach? You're fine. Everyone else is fine. I mean, Kirby's foot is in his mouth, and he has a thing for that. Peach's dress is trying to leave. It happens so often. It's left a couple times. I didn't try to pay too much attention to it. Is it leaving now? Just stretching out into infinity. It's just being torn on everything. Like, imagine trying to walk through the woods with a dress or something like that. It would just get snagged on every single possible thing. It's not smart. Definitely not a fighting scenario. This one, Donkey Kong's mouth is glorious. It's too bad it only stretches out in two directions. It's like a canal. If you put water on one end of Donkey Kong's mouth, you know, all the way down there on the other end of the planet, it will come all the way down this way and be transported to the void, or through space itself. It's a space elevator, if you will. Yeah, fair enough. Kirby's arms, and he has one foot. Does he have one foot in this one? I know in the other one he did, where he was trying to eat it, and that was just his only foot. His arms left. He has one arm over here. I don't think he has the other one, though. This one's gone. You're right, Peach. She's fine. Alright. Great crash. Or great freeze for a moment. Where the dong is up there. Alright, we'll back our starting address a bit, go towards 0. Hand's a little messed up, that's alright. Now you might wonder how I ended up in this position. He's just a little curious. He doesn't know what these big ape hands are for. Those fingers look off. I don't know if they're naturally like that. Like, the hands are a little bit bigger, I think. A little stretched out. Yeah, those hands are not the same. One is significantly larger than the other. Also, I think... Does he have 6 fingers? He has 6 fingers! No, that's not natural. I don't know what you can tell me. Also, the wrist is snapped. That's a good point, too. Just completely flattened. All the way back. God. Oh, Wispy Woods. Wait. Where's Wispy Woods? It's it's back there. And there's the rest of the level, all being teleported away. Yeah, the level that's over here is over there. And Wispy Woods is right behind us. We still complete the level, or get the whole picture if we go all the way back. Take a look. Through all of this. Wispy Woods. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Right? He's done here. Oh, I guess it's tilted. No, wait, there we go. Perfect. Let's play Super Smash Bros. Just like this. Oh, it rotates the camera. I should lock it if I can, but... You get the picture. You get its green lamps. What is that sound? Is that Peach? Is that Fox? Donkey Kong! Why are you spinning, Fox? This is your average Brawl player. Just dodging around, ducking, taunting. I think Peach is stuck. Was that Peach? I wasn't sure. It sure sounded like she was stuck. Oh, the camera's fighting with me. Fox is stuck as well. He just can't do anything. He wishes he can. Donkey Kong, who's just... maximum expansion, exactly. I was gonna say Donkey Kong was a giant tumor, or as that final form. It's just bouncing around the screen like it's nothing. Jesus. Once again, large dog. I can't say that on stream, can I? No, we got an 18 plus. Large dong. Instant death for all of them. How are these faces? They're both staring at Kirby. Mom and Pop. Bab. With a little bit of hole in the mouth. Such a happy family. 10 out of 10 dong. Also, I like his hidden mouth is hiding behind like part of her dress. Like it's just peeking over at his son. Another reason for one of Kirby's feet is 2D? Yes, actually. Exactly another reason why. I thought you meant the reason why his foot is 2D is because Donkey Kong is there. But yeah, it's kind of flat. I imagine, could you still walk on it? It's like a toothpick on the floor. I feel like if you put pressure on it, it would just snap in one direction. Maybe that's why his face is just broken. And who's our fourth? Where'd he go? Ah, there he is. He's just a giant. It's Attack on Titan, but it's Attack on Fox. I mean, wouldn't that thing just slice through the ground? If it was sharp, do you think he spends the time to sharpen his foot? in this wacky land of stars and islands that are stars. I feel like you wouldn't sharpen that. It's got a knife's edge. Perhaps then. Maybe through evolution, they've got sharp feet. Although it's returned to its normal foot. He can send the blood down to his foot in order for it to become a knife if he wants. That's how he gets his power. It's constricting his blood flow. And Sky Coasterman, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Enjoyed the Communist Mario stream. That was hilarious and fantastic. Let me give a quick shout out to Sky Coasterman in case anyone lurking around isn't familiar with the leader of the Filthy Casuals himself. A fantastic gaming community and a wonderful leader himself. Go check him out. We're corrupting a little bit of Brawl tonight, which we're getting some good results. As you can see, Mr. Donkey Kong up here, who's quite happy with the situation. We're mostly just kind of free camming in it a little bit. Oh yeah, you're welcome, sir. Thank you. We're free camming just the random corruptions. It's just taking a look at their face to see how they look. For example, Donkey Kong is missing an eye in this case. Oh wait, no he's not. It's right on his shoulder, or right back here. It's keeping an eye on Fox. I wasn't aware we were corrupting Brawl. Yeah, we're corrupting Brawl. See, it normally corrupts a little bit by itself, but we're giving it a little bit of a helpy hand. Kind of a Kirby corruption. I know Kirby games, they do not corrupt well whatsoever, at least from my experience. I can't corrupt them. But the one Kirby that we can corrupt is this Kirby right here. This little guy, with his little snake foot. God, look at that foot. That's so weird looking. It's like it got smushed, like he tried to put on like a really small shoe and he had to like force his foot into it, and then he took it back off, and then like the toes were overlapping and then they were just broken in place. That's what that reminds me of. And Peach is okay. She's just having the time of her life as always. Kirby says creepy things to me in sleep. Well, this won't help, I'm sure. If I can get some corrupted Kirby audio, I'll send it your way. It'll feel that nightmare. Kirby is slowly transforming into a raptor. I guess he's getting that evolutionary advantage. Like maybe that will help him run faster. He can dig his claws into the ground as he runs along. He's got full-on raptor claws. Exactly. got the horror modes. The brain is ever so fitting. Let's corrupt this once again. He's got some back corruptions going on, Mr. Donkey Kong. And unfortunately crashed here. I do want to look at Fox's face. It looks horrified, but we're gonna move on. Kirby looks done with this. That's not even a corruption, he's just done. And Mr. Donkey Kong, what's wrong with his eyebrows? No, I guess those are normal. Not really. Like if you look at the picture up here, that's what it's supposed to look like. I guess some of the brown like went through his eyebrows. Mr. Dongly Kong. I mean, might as well, right? It looks like he has a banana on his eyebrow, actually. But otherwise, it's just okay for the most part. I think his ears are alright as well. I'm overanalyzing too much. And Peach looks done as well, but nothing much there otherwise. And she just slaps Kirby. We gotta find the sweet spot, I think. There's a sweet spot where it will still run, and we still get interesting corruptions. Some of these, they break right away, like this. Kirby just got put in his place. Yes, he did, with it was like a nice slap too, you can hear that, just right in the back of the head. They're all kind of mixed together, so I can't get a good look at them. However, look at the knuckles on this guy's hand! That is so many knuckles! That's so creepy! His hand is just made of knuckles. Like, imagine touching that calloused hand. What happened to his fingers? Yeah, exactly, right? They're all just knuckles. Except for his actual knuckles. And whose face is this? What is this a part of? I don't know what that comes from. I think that's part of his head, actually. Wait. I think it's stretched out its head? Oh, his other hand has it too? They're like snake hands. Fox's eye is being pulled out of his socket onto the ground and he's stepping on it. But he's a spaceman. he can prolong, or he can make it through anything. So he's playing and Knuckles mode, address Knuckles mode. Yes, he is. And can we get this to load? Here, I want to get a good look at that face. That's a happy face. Oh, those hands are something else. We can re-roll this. Maybe you can get some more corrupted Knuckles from Mr. Dongly Kong. In this case, his knuckles are just shaved, or tanned? I don't quite know what's going on there. Peach's hands are not quite in the right place. They're a little broken and cross through her stomach. Some odd surgery going on in the Mushroom Kingdom. This one's a crash. Kind of like a puckery Kirby corruption. That's not a word I wanted to use on stream. What's going on with her? She's just giving a little kiss to little Kirby there. Fox is just see-through. You can see the anatomy of Fox right here. She kind of looks like she's T-posing to assert dominance for a second there. Oh shit, I don't think I can go back to pause it, but I agree with you. It definitely it looked like a T-pose. That's why I initially paused it, but like one arm was okay and just going across herself. But yeah, assert dominance, that's a good way to look at it. This is the kind of corruption where when you look through an object, the initial layer is transparent, but you can see the back of that object. So we're seeing through Fox, so it really is kind of like an anatomy see-through. See through his feet. All that kind of stuff. Donkey Kong saw through Fox himself and he's horrified. He didn't know about the anatomy of Fox. He didn't need to know about the anatomy of Fox. He's trying to get his banana stash back. Put him through PTSD. Dramatic experiences. Alright, moving along. Okay, there's something wrong with Donkey Kong here. Donkey Kong's nose is way up in Fox's junk. Yeah, that's why those are the wide eyes. I don't know, maybe they're not eyes of horror, maybe they're eyes of excitement. I don't know what Donkey Kong's bedroom eyes look like. In this case, we have Donkey Kong's, look at the fingers. Oh my god, I was gonna say his back is all chopped up. It's like the void is pulling pieces of him away. The hands are especially creepy. Like, they're little hook hands that you can just dig into things. That's... that's some nightmare fuel right there. The foots are all see-through. The back is interesting. I want to get a better look at that if I can, so I'm going to try to shoot for that. We're going to let this run roll a little bit once we get a good look at everybody. Donkey Kong looks like he's been put through the blender, and they stopped halfway through. That's super true. Or they dipped him in, and they got him to the blade, and then they realized oh, what am I doing? I'm not supposed to put a monkey in here and pull him out. I don't know what kind of hypothetical situation this would be, but hey. Just dip him in and then leave him back out in the wild. And he's angry, that's why he joined Smash. And Kirby's okay. So let's get a good look at Mr. Kong if we can. I gotta pause it when he's doing something. Because that's when, well, let's sanitize it a bit, perhaps that will help. So this is the blast editor here. It just gives us a rundown of all the corruptions, or all the memory writes that we send to the blast layer. And that actually helps out, so now we can get a better look at him. Let's wait for him to stay stagnant. There we go. What? Oh, he jumped in the air. He's flickering now. There we go. Alright, so we can see through him. If you look in the back, there's Donkey Kong's face. Kind of a miserable face. He looks so done with things. He's just tired on the inside all the time. He didn't want to be this big muscly gorilla. It's just his nature. And in front of him, that looks great. Donkey Kong is Schrodinger's cat, confirmed. He is simultaneously there and not there. Very true. I think if I had to guess at what was going on there was I was using pause and he's not actually loaded in. I reset the camera because we only need to see these characters on screen. Can we rotate and see Donkey Kong now? We can. My suggestion or my hypothesis was they didn't need to capture him, so he was just unloaded within the pause menu, but that's not gonna be the case because you can always see the entire level. So I have no clue why. We're gonna go with the Schrodinger's cat approach. That's a much better explanation. Anything else we gotta see with the Kong? I think for the most part that's it. We won't see the back corruptions where he's being all pulled away because that was inherent with that really large one. Alright, let's move on. We see something similar there just because of caching, so we're gonna move on once more. Refresh everything. And how about we get a change of music? We've had this music for a while, so let's go back to the main stage. And I was thinking Dreamlands. Ixer, do you have... Wait, I think I pronounced your name wrong. Ixer. IX. I'm gonna say IX if that's alright with you, because I'm gonna have bad times trying to pronounce your name. Do you have a favorite Smash character? IX? Yes! Nailed it. Do you have a favorite Brawl character that you would like to see corrupted as well? Just throw into the mix. Because I am okay with getting rid of Fox, if that's alright. And swapping it out with someone. And a stage as well, because I've been kind of iffy for stages. We were thinking about doing High Roll. It's kind of too big, maybe. But then I'd like to see some world corruptions, so I might do some world corruptions there. But if you're interested in seeing anyone else, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna switch to, like, Pikachu. Show me your Bowser. Let's show you your our Bowser. Show me your Bowser. And then a world. I'm unsure for world. We also could do Onett. That might be interesting. Because it's still small. We want a small world, so they're all kind of bunched together and we don't have to worry about them all catching up to each other. Let's do Onett. We're gonna make this our new overarching save state. And let them get all kind of caught up together. There we go. And we're gonna retarget that save state within the glitch harvester. Wasabi hype! Get that wasabi hype in her. Man, you're really on net with these stages. It took me a sec. I'm like, wait, I don't quite get the pun there. Thank you. The pun was bad. No, there's nothing wrong with puns. In fact, I love puns. They're like little conversation candies. Oh, there's some dead people. Bowser has a messed up tail that's being sucked down into infinity. Once again, I think we gotta find a new sweet spot, which is interesting. So we'll look around for that now. I would like to corrupt the world, so let's corrupt Onett a little bit. And we found out that was sort of towards the end of the starting address. Somewhat. There's a lot of stuff we could corrupt here. Don't know what that roller coaster to death is over there. Sorry about the flicky camera. It's partly me and partly the game trying to force me to look at a certain direction. But not too much of the world. Let's go maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, for the most part, everything's alright. Which we've been having a little trouble finding where the world might actually be within the realm itself. Onett is a sturdy map, you got that right. In general, we have a lot of trouble getting the maps themselves. Characters, very easy. There we have a little bit of corruption on the trees, the hedges. Oh, it's chugging too. Can I pause it? There we go. Now I freeze up things. In general, yeah, we do have a lot of trouble with the map corruptions. Just because it must be a very small file, or it must be a very small, well, location within the ROM itself, or ISO in this case. So just finding where that might be is a little tricky. We could mess around with, if I hit this window for a sec, the blast range, but I like being more specific than being more general. So I usually like corrupting a very small piece of the ROM. That might help try to generalize where it is if we increase the blast range, but for the time being, I'm just gonna mess around with being very precise, because even if we are kind of general, it won't give us a big idea of where the map corruptions are gonna be lying. I guess we could do like a, what's that algorithm called? Binary search, and try to find it. But we could also do that with precise corruptions if we get an idea of where it is. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad I actually managed to catch you stream. I don't stream very often. I'm a university student, so I'm always doing that. But I'm doing spring break right now, so I have some time to stream here and there. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to stop by as well. I think I saw you in Jump's chat last time, if I remember correctly. Let's catch some of these characters. So we got Kirby's a little stretchy, a little bit of a cheek going on, not too bad. Bowser is 2D. Enough said there. Can't remember where he saw you last. It was either Jubs or Sky, I imagine. Yeah. By the way, glad you're able to stop by. Let's get Snorlax on the camera if we can. Reset this. There he is. Is he corrupted at all? We did corrupt one Pokemon earlier. It was Super Paper Bowser. I was gonna say Bowser's Inside Story, but I was like, that's not the right one. Paper Bowser would make a lot more sense. Was Inside Story? I guess that was 2D, but it was like, you know, fake 2D. It's 3D. We had a corrupted Pokemon earlier. It was not Bulbasaur. Blastoids. We have Blastoids' heads missing, but for the most part, Snorlax is alright. That was a pretty picture. Wait, let's start that back up. That could be promo art right there. Look at that. Kirby falling off the stage. Everyone's in fluid motion. Bowser jumping up on Kirby. Donkey Kong jumping up on Bowser. Beautiful. 3 franchises coming together. Alright. Can I get... Yeah, Donkey Kong looked kind of creepy when he was jumping up like this. Why was that? I think it was because his fingers are being brought down, so he had like these things that were coming up with him. That's what creeped me out. Bowser's leg going transparent and snapped wrist. I missed that one. Let me see that. Is that in this one? Oh, it's gonna be hard to pause it just right, but I might be able to get it. Oh, I see the snap wrist. Oh, it's like, not only snap, but like his arm bone is like popped out of place. Or dislocated, I guess, so you can rotate it in a certain way. But God, either way, horrifying. And do you have a transparent leg? Let's see. I may have missed the transparent leg one. Donkey Kong come for the booty. He's excited too. Like he's got his mouth open and everything. He's been waiting for this moment for a long time. Waiting for Bowser to be distracted by the pink boy. Oh my God, his mouth. So when small mouth doesn't do the right thing, why not big mouth? You can't quote me on that either. It's hard to notice the leg. Yeah, I might have missed that. Either that or the corruption, you know how they change so frequently, so I might have missed it on one. But anyway, big mouth Kirby. Bowser, you alright? You're okay. It just looks wrong. Exactly. Very well said. What about the others? Is his mouth open? Is he biting the curb? It looks like he might be. Like his mouth goes down. Oh, that's his mouth! Oh, look how far down it goes. It looks like someone was carving a jack-o'-lantern and it just stopped. It looks... That's kind of horrifying when you think about it. And you know how the characters are like, you know, toy models? It looks like someone was just really going to town with that Kirby mouth and just make it a little bit bigger, and then maybe they left, and the Kirby mouth came to life, or the Kirby himself came to life. There's a dark story in there somewhere that we're not going to explore. But let your mind go to wonders. Because I imagine anyone's mind could draw up something much worse than what I could say. Donkey Kong is eating dirt. He's not only eating dirt, he's eating like the void itself. His mouth is digging into the ground like some kind of shovel and is scooping up pieces of the land. Getting ready to inhale some dirt, getting ready to like steal some land. That is a big mouth down there. All the way down there. Onett, prepare your land. Peach and Donkey Kong, they're okay. I haven't seen too many Bowser ones. I want to get more Bowser ones. Let's move the starting address closer to 0. kind of crashy. He's like, oh, my hearts! Peach, how could you? That's a great pose there. No corruption necessary. So is that one. Right above that, just, oh my heart, and God, why? God, why? Kirby's gigantic foot. He looks like he's snowboarding. He's having the time of his life with that foot. It also looks like his mouth, like, oh, it cracked open. I was gonna say right here. Oh, if I can get back to it. I think I broke it forever. Yeah, right here. It looks like his mouth does that, like, little, can I do it in chat? I gotta put a space in it. Otherwise it will make the little emote thing. It looks like it's doing that, like, colon D, like, really happy face, but just the D is rotated. But then when you actually take a look at it, the more you look at Kirby, the worse his mouth gets. In any situation, too. Like, it just gets worse. It doesn't matter what corruption you're looking at. How do you eat with that thing? Do you, like, pick sides? Do you do, like, small paper things in one side and, like, I don't know, liquids in the other? Maybe he has two stomachs. Anyway. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this one as well. In case you're not wondering, or in case anyone else in chat is wondering, I post most of my corruptions that I go through the stream if they're interesting, or if I think they're just horrifying. I post them into a Discord that I'm a part of called Oddbrew. That's where I just put my corruptions, and it's a stream team Discord with a bunch of other lads who also talk in there as well, but I put my corruptions in there, so check that out if you're interested. Once again, Kirby got given a new smile. Speaking of which, let me see if I can get this other smile. Yeah, I had this one earlier. I had it saved within Oddbrew. Let me grab it. I'm gonna temporarily replace Dong up here. Where he had this smile as well, and that one actually does look like a smirk. Like, it actually makes like a little U sign with like little hinges on the edge. What are we doing to Kirby? What did Kirby do to deserve this treatment? Anyways, that's a very happy Kirby. Kirby isn't happy. Dong is happy. So we're gonna go back to Dong. Moving along. I would like some Bowser corruptions. So we're gonna keep aiming for that. Donkey Kong is happy. Bowser, I think he's just in a bad place. I know, I should give a precursor to every time I mention a Discord, like, everybody and their grandmother, is that expression? Everybody and their sister, everybody and their grandmother has their own kind of Discord. So then I'm always kind of like, if you want to add another one to that list. We're fairly active, I believe you're already part of the Filthy Casuals Discord. Awesome community as well, in case anyone hasn't heard of Filthy Casuals. Link down there as well, in my panels. Or !filthy. Bowser's got a long neck, I missed that one. Let me see that. You've got like 50 to 60. I try to keep it at like 10 Discords. When I'm pushing the edge of like the banner where I can't, like, I have to start scrolling down, I'm like, okay, I got too many, I gotta stop. You might as well collect more, right? We don't do any like at here or at everyone or at etc. Notifications because we all find them annoying sometimes. Unless they're very important, of course. So we try to avoid them, so you won't get those like little pings here and there. And we also have the Discord muted by default, so you won't get pings as you go along. Which I think is better in the end. Like, if you want to stop by, you want to see what the content's like, you can feel free. But I don't want to get pinged every single time I open up my Discord. Okay, let's see. What did you say he had? He had a long neck. I guess it is a little bit longer. Like, it's a... I wonder if it's his neck or it's just like his head is moved forward. Oh no, it's his neck. Yeah, you can see it there actually. From the underneath, you can see that neck being extended out. It actually looks really funny, especially from this angle. He looks like he's like cawing or something. This is the... the Donkey Kong like mating call looks exactly like this. Say, Bowser, look at Dong. Too good. Too good. Donkey Kong, who suggested Donkey Kong? No, not Misfits. Mortal Wombat suggested Donkey Kong. I was gonna skip Donkey Kong for these these corruptions, but he's turned out to be the best corruption animal so far. I was gonna do Ness in place of Donkey Kong because, you know, corrupt the kid, but no, I'm happy with Donkey Kong. Okay, we're getting something here. They have fused forms. Let me just see. Can we just look at Bowser? Yes, there we go. Nope, stop rotating, there we go. No, he flickered out. No, I think my theory might be correct. Can we get a good look at Bowser from this angle? Ah, so Bowser isn't here. Oh dear God, Peach, what happened? We'll see her in a second. So look, no Bowser. And that's because our current window within the positive window doesn't need Bowser to be on screen. But as soon as we rotate it, this way, he pops in the screen. Because you need to render him because the camera's not looking at him. So we can see the object being loaded in as we rotate. That's kind of cool to see. I wonder if we can also get him this way because you see the back of him. I was going to see if we can load other characters in as well for these two guys that are on screen, but I guess they're always on screen. Culling is a handy trick. I mean, you know, improves performance and stuff like that. And what if we snap around? Super snap. I love stuff like that. Alright, so let's get a good look at Peach. If we can. That's a tricky thing when they just look so horrifying like this. You can't get a good angle at them. Earlier, actually, we found something like this, where only from a very specific angle could you see the true Peach. And that was, for example, this image right here. This looks like a normal Peach, for the most part. Like, she's got kind of a brain yacht, but otherwise she looks kind of alright. However, you look a little bit to the left, and she's screaming in pain. That's the 6th dimension right there. This is the 3rd dimension, as we were familiar with, but in the 6th dimension, she's just in pain. She's a multi-dimensional being, you got that right. And you rotate around further, and it just gets worse. She just gets ripped apart in other dimensions, and she feels it in the 3rd dimension. That's why she's trying to run away from it all. Also, is she... I think she's facing backwards. I didn't know she had red heels. I thought she had pink heels. Anyway. Facing the wrong direction as well. Or at least the legs are. I think. Yeah, her face is over here. So, backwards legs. Let's see if we can get her just not running around. There we go. So her spine is snapped and rotated. Yep. Rest in peace, this is her last fight. We don't even know how she's fighting in her current condition. God knows, she has an IV on her at all times. There's the screaming. There's Normal. She's okay. She's fine. No neck snap, right? Peachy. Just peachy. Alright, we're gonna go closer to 0 once again. I love when Kirby's tired of stuff. They're all so bunched together. I was hoping this wouldn't happen too often. How about that? Donkey Kong looks like he just fell out of a window. His hands are like still reaching for the surface that he just fell from, trying to like grasp onto something, and like he's taking his giant baguette with him on his way down. And who else is on screen? Wait, now we can use our rotation trick to see who else is on screen, unless... Oh, there he is. There's Bowser, and this is a little... He looks a little messed up. What's wrong though? Like, is it his legs? I think I gotta wait for him to fall to actually get an idea. Maybe it was just because he's upside down. I'm not used to seeing him upside down. He looks like old Bowser. Old Bowser. I'm not familiar with old Bowser. Like, old Bowser. Just like Bowser in the old games, you mean? Like, yeah, really old. I see what you mean. I thought you meant like Donkey Kong. Or not Donkey Kong, but like Super Mario Bros. Bowser, like old Bowser. And the skin is starting to sag. Oh, now I get ya. Oh, I completely understand. We can see it by this like little wrinkle here. But it goes further, doesn't it? It like, yeah, what is it? Like, it must be skin sagging because there's something wrong with what he looks like. But I can't place my finger on it. I I guess that combined with like the mucus yellow skin just is a glorious sight. Now here we get a good Bowser corruption. We haven't had one yet, so I'm happy to see it. We all froze in place there. There we go. Scrawny little chicken legs, right? Gotta get a good look at Bowser. There he is. This one looks a little horrifying. I think all it is his head is rotated backwards. And it's see-through as well. You can see his teeth there. And his teeth are just god-awfully horrifying. Little grabby hands. The shell is see-through as well. His arms are backwards. It's either like his entire torso is backwards or his legs are backwards, so we got a similar like neck snap situation. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? It's just his arms and his head. You're right, because the back is still there perfectly fine. God. I like just like taking this at different angles and seeing like how messed up that is, what the atrocity we created was. There's the hand asking for help out of this awful nightmare. There's a good picture, right there if we can get a good angle at it. And part of the shell also, it's in the front somehow. Schrodinger's Bowser, everybody. Yeah, what was with that shell? So like, it's supposed to be going towards Peach's direction, for example, but it's also facing the other way if you observe it right. What? Anyways, that's great. Peach has her eye removed just so she can see a little bit less. She only ever wanted to see one version of Bowser, so she had one eye removed. When she had two, it was just too much for her. And Donkey Kong, what's wrong with you? Is that just your head? I mean, that's kind of neat. You can see Donkey Kong's like silhouette of his head facing out there. If I can get a good angle at it. Can we get it this way? No, it's too far. That's super cool. Donkey Kong's head, everybody. Right, that's a super neat outline. I kind of want to take a screenshot of that. And what we're actually doing is we're inside of his head. Looking through the innards. But it's a neat outline. Donkey Kong's head stencil. Alright. And I think that's about it for this one. I'm gonna reroll this one because we had a couple good ones. Kirby has like one of those gigantic gullets that go into infinity. His lower lip goes so far, his open mouth, that it becomes blue because of how cold it is out in space. It freezes out there and becomes numb. And eventually someone's gonna come along and snap a piece of it off. Actually, that's even fair too. His mouth is so fast it blue shifts. It's just going that quickly. Another one-eyed Peach. And the Dong is down here. How about Bowser? Where did he go? Where is he? Wait. Oh, he's dead. Can't quite see him though. Get another... There's a couple things going on. I was gonna say we got a big head, Bowser. We also got a gigantic Kirby. He's like a big ball. Aw. It's adorable. How about Bowser? He's also gigantic. He's gigantic, but he wants it to stop. Now, how's that look? Kirby Pinball? What was that Kirby? It's Kirby Dream Course. Get the little golf ball. Now that is probably the most like seductive pose I've ever seen Bowser in before. Now look at that. Look at those bedroom eyes. Look at that chompy mouth. Biting on white lightning. Whatever that is. What is that? Part of his shell. He's biting on his own shell. That is a next level lip bite. He's got a shell right next to him too. This shell is for you. Or his please kill me eyes. Yeah, it's one or the other. Give or take. I mean, Donkey Kong looks like he's got some pretty pissed off kill me eyes. As his body shifts into, contorts into uncontortionable gorilla poses. Yeah, that's not possible. That's impossible. And do we have Peach? Or is she dead? She's dead. I'm getting more... Kirby, get out of here! Just reset the camera. Just that. Imagine receiving a cartridge in the mail. You get your brand new copy of Brawl. You decide to open it up and play the first game. Every single map you choose, every single character, or every time when you choose Kirby, you open it up and you get this. And there's no avoiding it. You just cannot play an enemy Kirby. Oh god, that was like a fat jump scare. I know, it just popped up on the screen. That was perfect timing for that pause. That's glorious. That's worth the screenshot itself too. Just as a pause screen. Alright, let's zoom around. He's just like, hi! But in a really deep voice instead of his like normal, like high-pitched, happy voice, just ha. We're messing with some of the Onett trees. I think, do we absorb everyone else on the screen? Yeah, they're all within us. We're jumping around to them. They're inside our body. We sucked them all up. We're even sucking up the car. It's inside us. Kirby has become the destroyer of worlds. We are Kirby. And that face is just too perfect. He's gonna absorb all of Onett in a moment here. How's everyone else doing? Oh, Kirby's now just mad. He doesn't suck people in with his mouth anymore. He just melts them into his skin. He's kind of like, you know how toads can breathe through their skin? He now has adopted the suck ability into his pores all among himself. And that's what's happening in Bowser right now. It's a much more uncomfortable experience because those pores are a lot smaller. And that's why he just looks so angry in this moment. He looks like he's crumpled up ball of paper. It's because he's like being sucked in at like one little point. Just being smooshed into that Kirby. And look at Kirby, he's trying, he has that passion. He's like roaring the entire time while he's sucking him in. Peach is trying to pull Bowser out like, no, you can't do it! Donkey Kong 2, look at him! Another pore! You realize that the mouth is just not effective, just use all the pores, use them all at once. If you happen to be part of the fan art community, if you make your own fan art, I give you full permission to use this. Just never show me it. Do whatever you want, just never show me what you create with this image. All yours, though. There are no words for that. No words whatsoever. Except I'm gonna screenshot. Good. How about everyone else? Gotta reset the camera. She's doing okay for the most part. A little stretchy. How about the other guys? Bowser's head is not on correctly. What is this, Luigi's Mansion? You can see the collar. His hands aren't going out of his wrist. Like, you know, normal humans, their hands go outside of the wrist. His hand goes into his wrist. It's like he punched something so hard that his hand went up to the wrist and got like that, became a stump, and his hand was inside out. Horrifying image. And I'm so sorry if you are sensitive to cringy material, but God. And we still have, who's the third one? Oh, he's down there. How you doing? How you doing, Silver Kong? He's chilling. Every once in a while when he jumps up, this is what I was looking for. This is a good one. Let's see. I gotta get a good image of that. You know how like squirrels store nuts for the winter and they like fill up their cheeks? Kind of reminds me of that, but instead of like nuts, he's just using all of his enemies and his foes. He's just storing them all up. Now he could swallow them and absorb them with his stomach acid and put them out of their misery. But he decides not to do so. He wants to torture them. And that is the image that we're seeing here. Alright, reset that one. Bowser is trying to use his fire ability, but he's only burning himself in the process. Peach has a broken neck. Oh, that's unnatural. Oh, God. Oh, and the legs! The broken legs! The ankles! Jesus. And Donkey Kong's okay for the most part. We need a young priest and we need an old priest. What do you need priests for at all? We need priests to like forgive us for our sins. Because we're creating some sins here tonight. Like I'm pretty sure that's a sin somewhere in the Bible. That's not allowed. Come on. You can't do that. Her shoulder blades are broken out of her arms, or broken off of her body. And what else is going on? No, I think that's it. Otherwise the arm is okay, it's just lifted upwards. The other arm is just exploded. That and to banish the demons from this game. Yeah, we would need them for that. Maybe we could get a third exorcist to perform while they're clearing us of our sin, like... Might need a little bit of both, but definitely I'm for that. God help us all. And now Peach is becoming even more like Mantis. Yeah, she's getting those arms. She's turning into that creepy Mantis form. She's got the pose and everything. She's ready. How's the Don doing? He's still metal. He's embracing that metal lifestyle. And she stabbed Bowser. Oh, you're right. He broke through his exterior shell with her razor-sharp pinchers, or whatever those things are going to be called. They're like razor-sharp appendages. Broke through that shell to grab the squishy meat inside, pull it out. You okay there, Bowser? He's like in pain. That's the man, or that's the face of a man who's about to get eaten by a peach, by a princess peach, by a princess. I'm still having fun with this one corruption, so I'm gonna still keep moving with it. When Kirby falls, he does something interesting. His face looks oddly human while he's in his shell. That is kind of weird. And it does, yeah, because you don't really see any of his other rest of his face, it's only his eyes. So I get that. Let's take a good look at this one. Is that his arm? That's his arm. Okay, I was hoping that would be his neck. It's a little bit better than not his neck, but his hands are like crushed together and handcuffed above his head, it looks like. Oh no, not handcuffed. My mistake. They're fused together with his very skin and put above him. If you could call that evolving. God. Let's see, do I have a Twitch notification? I do. Security code. Bite me. Also, I think his mouth is like sucked together. Like he looks like he's puckering his mouth. Like he's just in a lot of pain, or he just ate something really sour. That's the face of anger as well. There's a fellow stream team member who plays Dry Bowser when he streams Mario Karts. So I'm gonna say this is his face when he loses. And Mario Kart. Alright. Oh, don't stop emulation, no. Keep moving. Alright. And the rest of our characters, rest of our misfit bunch, Oh, he's finally out of his metal. And, you know, turning into metal doesn't really help your physique a lot. It kind of messes with your body in one way or another. Your wrists snap, because you're no longer used to that heavy weights. Bowser gets older every corruption? Oh my god, you're right! That actually is like a really good old man corruption on the face. He really does. At some point he's gonna turn gray here, he's gonna get gray hairs. Your torso does that. Also, I think that's his underside, so I'm not gonna comment on that. He's just so done with it. His head is like through the roof, he doesn't really want to pull it out. He's like, make it stop. There's his lips. Is that everyone? Yeah, Peach died. Oh no, Peach is there. How's Peach doing? She's okay. The hand isn't supposed to be coming out of the head. In fact, that's probably a brain condition, you should probably get that checked out. But otherwise, she's okay. The foot probably definitely can't be raised like that. What does that actually look like? What's happening with her foot here? No, actually, no, that's normal. That looks normal. It's like a little too high, but I don't know. Yeah, you like your judgment for that. One of her hands is looking like a spear, as per usual for that tasty Koopa. Alright, we're gonna do a brand new fresh corruption. We'll stop messing with that same one over and over again. And I've got about 20 minutes here or so left, so just a heads up for that. Kind of a cool zoomed out picture of this. See all of Onette's. What's going on at the top, actually? Oh, those are our characters. I was like, what are those sprites hiding up there that I've never seen before? Get a good zoom in on everyone. What's going on? The cars are hitting us, but they're so far away, so I don't understand why they are. Like, let's see the next car. But they don't hit us because we're like super zoomed out. The hell happened to the camera? You can ask me, I mean, shoot. Let's see, another car. Or no other car, shoot. Yeah, that should, this car should not be hitting us. I can't like focus the camera, it keeps freaking out while I'm trying to center it. Let's go ahead and pause it. Why did pausing and do that? Oh, and it crashed. Soft crash. Along with the lovely music. That looks painful. Not only is his lips messed up, but a little piece of his lip is stuck to the ground. The game, yeah, the game is just like, no, I don't want you to see the cars, I don't want you to see the characters, just back off. It's keep forcing the camera away from you. How are you? Donkey. You're fine. Okay. It looks like he grew a tusk. Kirby is now an orc. I like that actually. Let's take a good look at that. This one. You can fall back down. No, maybe not. Shoot. But yes, I do agree with you on that. He is evolved into orc-like being, orc-like race. Mr. Donkey Kong has a broken shoulder. God. Okay, either walrus. That's okay, that's probably the best case scenario. Anything else, this is just horror material. Walrus speech. Could you imagine the noises? Here, what's why don't we? Oh god, look at her mouth too. Oh, you can see through her neck! Kill me! Alright, we're stopping that. Alright, so what angle? I'm gonna take a screenshot from this angle where she's like the messiah among these people. How about we gotta stage this just right. How about right there? That's a good photo. And we're gonna get a little bit closer and get that nice up close and personal shot. It's also fusing through her dress a little bit. I'm not gonna comment too much on that, but acknowledge it's there. The arms are okay. Like everything else kind of seems normal. Like her arms are in the perfect position. She's just like doing a flying animation. She's fine. I kind of like, or it kind of looks like she was feeding on DK's brain from that angle. Really? Oh, I got the screenshots. I can take a look at that. It does. It looks like she's like little straws are going into his head. Here, let's see. There you go. Just sipping on it. You know, a little bit of vampirism. No worries. There's the crew. Your next Smash Brother games. You got Bowser. You got Dong. You got the Bloodsucker. And he looks very concerned. Bowser does look very concerned. Look at him. Oh, and both Donkey Kong too. They both look concerned. I don't know what's going on at all with this creature. Alright. Unpause and repause. She still have the tusks? Or is she much worse? I wouldn't say much worse. Like, the tusks are still there, but it just looks like her face is melting. Ah! This one looks like her lower jaw is just pulled down. Donkey Kong. Oh, what a dynamic duo. Are you sure our arm's okay? Oh. Oh. No, I'm not anymore. It looked okay to begin with. Oh, I want to take a quick little screenshot of this. The best dynamic duo. Because it looks like a lance. It's back to its sharp spear lance form. The dynamic duo. They look so happy together. She's the ultimate weapon. You don't even need a smash ball anymore. You just go grab Peach and use her as a stabbing tool. You'll be fine. Now from this angle, before they look like they're a team, from this angle, Donkey Kong looks horrified at the very appearance of Peach and is trying to get very far away. He's screaming. He's not happy at all. He has his hands up like, ah, no more. Can Bowser be in that shot too? I like that the different angles give different emotions. That's pretty cool. She's also eating his shoulder. Is she? Wait a minute. Is that up here? She doesn't have the blood. Oh, yeah. The bloodsucker, they go down. She's like a leech that just sticks to you and you can't get rid of her. Oh, that's not... Alright, so this is a little bit of a romantic moment between Bowser and Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's got a little bit of his arm hair in Mr. Bowser's mouth. And Bowser reaches up and gently caresses Donkey Kong's mouth. Donkey Kong has also initiated the foot through the chest maneuver. A rare one nowadays, but he is trying to escape Peach after all. Bowser is feeding DK his fist. He is. He's like putting it right up there. And where is Peach in all this? She overshot a little bit. But don't worry. She still knows who to feed off of. She looks like a witch. She's still flying on by, getting her taste on the way. Ah, tastes all watered down. I think this has been good. Unfortunately, I think we're coming to the end of the stream, so let's get one good last screenshot to end this on. We can get them all together. Oh, unless it crashes. Shoot. How about that? gonna be a tricky screenshot, but I think we can do it. Maybe a little bit lower. So we have Donkey Kong, of course, becoming part of Kirby by Kirby absorbing Donkey Kong's head. And this is actually, in case you didn't see the beta release, this is how Kirby got their abilities, or took other people's abilities. He would suck them up, and then he would just get their body. So this is just Kirby Bowser, or Kirby Donkey Kong, shoot. And Princess Peach is once again sucking on somebody's soul. In this case, it's now Kirby, sucking in through that ear canal. And she's like, it's not T-posing, but it's something kind of creepier. She's just standing there stagnant. Bowser is underneath her, as in most of the series, usually Peach is, of course, being the one kidnapped, but in this case, Peach is the one kidnapping, as her vampiric ways consumes all of the people around her, including her enemies. Her tusks are now like laser beams, shooting out and hitting her targets. Imagine them like, almost like tasers almost. You know how like tasers will shoot out and they'll latch onto someone and then they activate? I imagine it like that, like it tasers onto someone and then she just starts sucking out of it. Wow. That phrasing. His spine is now broken. She broke Bowser's spine in two ways. A, from his morals, and B, literally his spine is broken and he's on the ground crying inside of a sign. She stuck that sign into him too. So I think what we can learn from this stream is Peach is a god-awful, creepy, horrifying murderer. Kirby likes to suck up his enemies in more ways than one and becomes abominations through that process, and Bowser is either a spineless or broken spine individual. Nothing wrong with Bowser though, I do love him, and Kirby's still my favorite. Peach is God tier, Peach is S tier in case you want to check her out in Ultimate. I don't actually think she's S tier, but if she had the abilities that she had in Brawl, it would absolutely make sense if she was S tier because she is just godly here. There is no rival for this woman. Anyways, we're gonna transition scenes here, but a perfect last photo to end that on. And I'm gonna say bye to the camera, but I'll chat around here for a moment while we pull up some music and end things for the night. I'm feeling Starbound again for tonight. Let's pull that up. Go and end the emulation, which is gonna crash and freak out in the background, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Auto kill switch is off. End the process. Windows is searching for solutions. No solutions were found. Alright. And thank you everyone that was able to stop by tonight. Thank you for chatting at the end, Mr. IX. It was nice of you to drop by. To Sky Coaster Man as well, and Mortal Wombat 922. To all of you that were lurking and hanging out, I appreciate each and every one of you. And you make these streams very fun and very enjoyable, so thank you for hanging out. We're gonna find someone to host here in just a minute. I believe the only one I have online on my list is Jub. Let me double check if there's anyone else in Filthy, just to be sure. Oh, there's also Popo. Oh, Popo has a kind of like what do you call it? Black and white background. What's Jub doing tonight? Got a split? Oh yeah, no worries. Of course, yeah, thank you for hanging out, man. Have a great night, and I'll catch you later. Let's see. Jub is doing Wheel of Fortune, and Popo is doing some SNES. I want to see what SNES Mr. Popo is doing tonight. I think we're gonna host Popo. We gotta give him a little bit of love. We haven't hosted him in a while, so let's go and hop over there. Once again, thank you everyone that was hanging around, and I'll be on tomorrow, probably with some more Oblivion, so I'll catch you all then. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the next one. I meant to lower out the audio and then jump back up. My mistake. Here, we'll gently lower it out again. Oh, that YouTube control. So I'm trying to click the mute button. So oh, now I'm able to click it. So I can end the stream with myself muted. And yet it won't let me click on it. What a great ending, right? Bye all.